Good evening, Devansh.
Good evening.
This is the podcast for a series which is called as Carats and Conversations.
Mm.
Okay, so I have been witnessing the journey of Venus Jewels for many years now. It is one of the most respected names in the diamond industry, not only in India but even globally. So, see, we have been passing through, we as in the diamond industry is passing through interesting but tough times. What are your reflections on the last 2, 3 years on how the diamond industry is passing through different phases? Right now, I think things have improved a little bit. So these are some pointers which I am just throwing at you, and
Makes
would
sense.
like your responses on that.
So I think the diamond industry has behaved like a big lazy bear
Mhm.
in the way we have the potential to capitalize on the consumer's desire for diamonds.
Mhm.
And the last 2 3 years, I believe, are just a reflection or a realization that there is so much more we can do, need to do, and should do for our connection with the consumer's desire and our connection with the strong aspiration that consumers have for diamonds. Uh, if we look at it in a manner of in a marketing challenge, we realize that despite so many adversities that are thrown at the natural diamond product and at the natural diamond legacy, uh, throughout history, natural diamonds have always stood out as a strong proposition for the consumer. It has faced these kind of challenges again and again. Every 10, 15, 20 years there is some conversation. When same thing happened when American diamonds were introduced, when CZ was introduced, when blood diamonds as a concept was thrown out. There are multiple attempts, but we are proudly seeing that this as a product has always stood the test of time, and this was just another phase, if we can call it that, in which we realize that for the product to be strong, we don't have to do anything, but for us to make that strength reach the consumer, there is a good amount of effort that we can do.
Okay. So, tell us about your distribution setup. You know, you're a global player. So, how do you cater to the very different markets? Do you operate through wholesalers or representatives, brokers? Just run us through how Venus distributes its products and caters to the needs of the industry.
So we were one of the first ones to start an online B2B e-commerce website for loose diamonds. This
Okay.
was mid 1990s.
Mhm.
And in the mid 1990s, internet as a concept itself was very new and very fresh.
Mm.
And since then, that has been our strength. We've put in all our forces behind ensuring that our customers anywhere around the world get get access to all the information that they would want to have to buy, to be confident to make a diamond purchase decision online. And we have a number of different data points, a number of different diamond grading information, a number of different photos, videos on our website, which makes it comfortable for our customers throughout the globe, the number of countries that we ship to, be confident to make their purchase decision online. So around 60-65% of our sales is blind online sales, which is without the customer or their representative in India or even our team member having a physical look at the piece and doing any interaction whatsoever. And for the area of diamonds that we specialize in, the larger size of diamonds, this is we recognize this as a huge level of trust that we are bestowed with from our customers, which we naturally take very good care of being responsible with. And apart from that, of course, we work with a number of retailers, number of distributors across the world who will have our diamonds reach the hands that are looking for them.
So, which are the geographies which you are present in?
India has grown very significantly in the last 5-6 years. Our sales into India have nearly doubled in the last 5 to 6 years. And after that, most economies are very distributed. Europe, Australia, a lot of distribution centers like Israel, Hong Kong.
So, where are your offices located apart from Mumbai?
We have no office anywhere in the world other than our Bombay office.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, we can serve customers through business developers. They are local experts who we take help of, but probably one of the very few or only companies to have such a global distribution network, but no office anywhere else.
So, you are the early adopters of the online medium, but you still the buyer requires some consultation, negotiation. So, online, once you have established the trust, that's fair, but there needs to be a assisted online retail, right? So, how does that work?
So there are different kinds of customers. Right? There are some customers who are used to our product and our services for years now, and they're very, very comfortable in making their decisions online. In our case, there is zero negotiation that is required from the customer's end, because we give them our best prices well in advance, and they have trusted that process over the years, because that's how we have been able to deliver consistently. And apart from that, if there is a new customer who needs help in understanding how the process can work or needs any physical inspection, our team is always there to help them. And despite selling,
Team helps how? I mean, on phone or personal
however the
meeting?
customer wants, right?
Suppose there is a buyer in North America.
Yeah.
So, does your team travel often, or it's on Zoom or Google Teams or whatever?
Yeah, the travel is usually for relationship building. Transacting is very easy online as well
these
now.
days, yeah.
So most of the transactions, however high value the piece is, the customers around the world are able to trust our conversations and our information very easily.
And you also participate in a lot of trade shows internationally?
Yes, the main ones, of course, and we keep.
Which are the main ones?
JCK in Las Vegas is the main show we participate in. America for Hong Kong has a couple of big exhibitions, and apart from that, many small exhibitions that keep happening throughout the world. Yes.
What sizes typically? Lowest size?
30.3 carats is the lowest that we make, and can go up to anywhere.
Okay.
20, 50.
I got it. So my limited knowledge, and after talking to various manufacturers, I understand that earlier the market was totally for round, okay, but it is shifting now, and
Yes.
the contribution of round has come down to as low as 50%. So, what is your observation? What are the different unconventional shapes and cuts which are getting popular?
I think for the last 10 or more years, our contribution of rounds has always been around the 25, 30, 35% mark.
Okay.
And this is because in the larger sizes, we see much more comfort for consumers to want to show their personality through choosing the shape that expresses it the best. Interestingly, if you notice, in the last 5 years, I have not come across one celebrity engagement ring that's a round.
Oh, fantastic.
Not one. When someone needs our help, we can give them our assistance and we can get it done for them. But our main focus is on crafting the main solitaire well, which is usually the hero of any solitaire jewelry product.
So apart from rounds, which are the, you said contribution only 25-30%.
Yeah.
So what is the composition? Typically, what is the contribution from other shapes and sizes?
So other stable shapes are ovals, emeralds, pear shapes, long cushions have now become another new trend, radiants, These all usually are between 10 to 15% of our production. And then there are many other shapes like
You call
pears
them
and
fancy
hearts.
shapes, right?
Yeah, that's a funny thing actually. We kind of segment it as round and everything else.
Else is fancy.
Yeah.
But it's no longer a fancy. No?
Yeah, it's no longer not ordinary. It's a very normal shape. All of these ovals, emeralds, and they're very popular and stable now.
And what about the fancy colors? You deal in fancy colors or only white?
No, we make fancy color diamonds as well. They're of course much rarer than we make the whites.
So how's the market shaping up for those fancy color diamonds?
Fancy colors is a very interesting area. There is not so much standardization, commoditization, or simplicity.
Supply is also limited. Right?
Yeah, and supply is limited and also very diverse. Not too intense yellow colored diamonds can look very different. Their spread, their hue.
But yellow is the most commonly available fancy color. No?
Yes.
Apart from that, which are the colors which are in demand?
The most expensive, I think, is red.
Okay.
And there are other pinks, blues, browns, some greens that are also in the play, and these are all hugely desired, very high demand areas.
So as everyone knows, the last year or so or even more, the prices are fluctuating. They are coming down. Now I am told that the prices are firming up. But to a large extent, fancy color, it's not so affected because of the sheer rarity of it.
I think anything fancy is not as affected as anything standard in general. There'd be fancy shapes, fancy colors. Anything that's out of the ordinary has some cushion or some protection from following the trend. And fortunately, good makes in fancy colors and fancy shapes have both done exceptionally well in the last 2, 3, 4 years, and they've commanded very good premiums as well.
Okay. So if you were to talk about the last 2, 3 months or maybe 6 months, how has been the price behavior?
So rough diamonds are becoming more and more rare, more and more scarce. We are paying more for our rough diamond purchases today than probably we used to pay 6 months ago or a year ago. And I think that same trend is gradually shifting to
Cut
the
and
polished
polish
world as well. Some fancy shapes and some nice makes really command unbelievable prices today.
Okay.
And especially in sizes that are rare, in anything above 2 carat, I think is already doing well since quite some time, and I think even the lower sizes segment is stabilizing very well in the last few months.
Okay, so if you have to make a forecast for the rest of the year, what are your predictions in terms of demand and pricing are closely related?
Correct.
So
we are feeling very confident about the rest of the year, and there are a couple of reasons for this. Overall mining output for diamonds has actually become lesser in the last year or 2 years.
Is it because the demand has come down so?
No, some of
these rough manufacturers also
I think
reduce the supply.
I think some of these were planned reductions. Some mines, they have an end of life. Divik in Canada was always planned to shut down in 26-27. Some other mines were already on low operations, so they were anyway on the verge of not being viable. And from the mining end, these are very capital intensive businesses, mining as an operation. So they don't decide based on 1 year going good or bad. When you reduce mining output, miners don't have a key to choose that they will only mine the larger size and not mine the smaller sizes. They automatically reduce everything or increase everything. So even higher size rough diamonds, which were not doing bad at all, unfortunately had to face a reduction in supply, which is making things more rare, more scarce, and rare diamonds have a very good chance this year, I think.
So what happens is technology is something which improves with every passing month or every passing year. In that bargain, what happens is you have to invest in infrastructure or in machinery. So, does it not impact on your cost? So, how do you
I think
account for that?
Yeah, I think the value of our diamonds itself is quite high. So as a percentage of the value of the product, the infrastructure available is efficient and economic enough to make it worth it. And we've seen that us describing the diamond in detail really helps a lot of our customers make decisions online. We know there are customers who will be okay to pay a premium to get our diamond because they can trust and be assured of everything that's online or written in our report. So it's worth it.
So, typically, what percentage of sales do you allocate for research and development?
We
A
don't
ballpark
have,
figure.
yeah, the good thing is we don't limit ourselves to any particular budget. We ensure that we do everything that is necessary to make our diamonds better and described well. So we don't stop at anything to ensure that we can add some nice diamond detail to making the process for our customer and our customer's customer a lot easier.
So, you do all the cutting and polishing in house?
Completely in-house, yes.
Now, what has happened is many of the big diamond manufacturers are shifting their bases, additional facilities, creating additional facilities in Botswana. Are you thinking on those lines? Because there are rules and regulations which are changing in that country.
Correct.
Because they want to protect their own industry.
Yeah,
So
we have a facility in Botswana that makes diamonds from the special rough diamonds that come from De Beers and other Botswana sources. And that is a facility that is having its scale based on the available operation there.
But if I'm not mistaken, I'm told that the government is also, I don't know whether it is compulsory, but they are expecting the local natives of that country to be trained.
Yes,
in this activity.
that is their main intention, and we are supporting their cause by delivering the same level of technical training that we give our people in Surat to our people from Botswana, and we want to be a part of the long-term building of the economy.
Okay.
Because it is a very important center for diamonds, and we want to ensure we can help how much ever we can.
Okay. So Venus Jewels is a very people-centric organization. I had read a case study that Venus Jewels, even in the toughest of economic conditions, have never laid off people.
Correct.
So how has it paid off in terms of dividend? Of course, loyalty is one part, but considering the fact that the times have been tough in the past few years, so as far as the people initiatives are concerned, if you can share some ideas and initiatives that Venus is
So
adopted.
Grandfather is very sure that our people have been with us when times were good. It is not right for us to let them go when our times are bad. They have, been the ones who have built our good times, and we cannot let that be forgotten. And through all the good and bad and changing times, our people have been our biggest value creators. They have been the ones who have adopted our innovative practices and policies, and they have been the ones who we call as good as our partners in creating diamonds and crafting diamonds so well. For our people, we have a very huge retirement fund that we have, and everyone in the company is a part of this contribution. We contribute around 27% over and above anyone's basic salary which is a contribution towards that person's retirement fund from our end. And this, I think, is over 250 crores as a fund today for our people. And through all the good and bad times, we've always focused more on using the time, if any extra is available, to reskill them, to upskill them, train them to do more, to do better. And that has always paid off very well. Loyalty, of course, is a small part. We have to be as loyal to them as we expect them to be to us. And at the same time, their upskilling, their training has delivered a lot of extra value. And we also partner with all our people on value creation. If throughout the whole diamond crafting process, right from the diamond purchasing, planning, laser sawing, polishing, grading, throughout the process, if anyone finds an opportunity to improve a diamond by whatsoever percent, they can challenge the plan already in progress. And if they are successful, they deserve and receive a part of the value enhancement that they brought to the diamond.
Okay, got it. So has Venus Jewels added to the team in the last 2-3 years, or the team strength is the same, but the productivity has increased?
No, the team strength has not gone up in the last 2-3 years. We've, like as always, our business keeps evolving, and we keep upskilling, retraining our people. So that is a part of the process.
Okay. So as a family managed organization, and with the new generation, next gen taking over, how has been the division of work? And there are challenges as well as opportunities for the organization, the family members to work together. So what are your ideas? If you can share some experiences, it's very interesting to know.
So I think our family has kind of imbibed the values of being a joint family right from our very early growing up days. We've always had Diwali vacations together as a joint family. We would go out to different places together. We would share a lot of common things amongst us. And even in the way we see our parents and grandparents sharing the special bond, being with each other in good times and difficult times, that has kind of imbibed a sense of we don't feel like we're more than one unit. And we've always kind of just very naturally been able to collaborate in that sense. There is no rush or priority for anyone more than ensuring that we can work comfortably and successfully together. And I think very small practices that have been put together by the family, like having dinner together always, small things like sharing each other's opinions with mutual respect. These are small things that have been shown to us, taught to us with such ease and simplicity.
But what happens when there is a difference of opinion? How do you go about coming to one particular decision?
So
How do you go about
so what happens is,
because people will disagree, right?
correct. Even when we were kids, for example, this is how this culture comes into how we discuss today. We would be very strongly encouraged to listen to the other person.
Okay.
And that helps us even today. We all share our points of views, and at the end, when there is any difference of opinion, we still try to discuss with each other with utmost respect for the other person's opinion. That has been like the primary motive. Whether I am right or you are right is not
It's very
important.
subjective, right? Everybody will think
Important
I am right.
is correct. Yeah. Important is what is right is right. So in my head also, I've been trained to think that I am never right. Okay. What is right is right. What is wrong is wrong. I am right or you are right is not part of the discussion. And so I don't ever feel the pressure to convince anyone that I am right. We have three, my father and two uncles. We have two grandfathers to look up to and take advice of. And I think after any discussion goes through all the channels, I have till today not seen any moment of frustration within us cousins or anyone else, if the final decision is not in my favor or anyone else's favor. We agree to have a fair discussion, and at the end we agree that whatever is decided by everyone together, or whatever is decided given as the final conclusion by the senior, is the same thing that I stand by, regardless of whether it was my opinion or not in the first place.
Okay, got it. So, what is the biggest strength of Venus Jewels?
I think our biggest strength is our laser sharp focus on perfection and on creating beautiful diamonds.
So, talking about the future, right? So, what are the opportunities and threats? Because these are outside of your
Correct.
organization. It's the environmental opportunities. and
Correct.
threats. So, what are those?
I think there is a very huge opportunity in selling diamonds well. Uh, Solitaire diamonds, which is our category of product, I believe is still very largely undersold to the consumer. There are so many retail channels and retail outlets where the only discussion with the consumer centers around the 4Cs and the price,
Okay.
which I think is not what the product is. The certificate or the market value is all just a transactional part of the product, but a diamond in its core essence and the main reason why a consumer loves a diamond is the part that I think is still undersold, is in the industry.
So, how do
as a
you
whole.
propose to capitalize on this opportunity?
As a company, we have now started delivering much more information about every piece that we sell to every customer that we sell to. If it's a pear-shaped diamond, for example, we will supply with it information about who was the first person who designed the pear shape, what was their inspiration, why did they design it the way it is, what are the emotions it connects with as a shape. Also general things about how old or how aged this particular diamond probably is, how many days did it take to craft this particular piece, what did it look like when it came to us in its raw form. These are a lot of different conversation matters that actually the end consumer who is investing such a large sum in the product really would enjoy to know, really would enjoy to celebrate as a part of their celebration for which they are deciding to own a diamond. But in most cases, it is not communicated from our end to our customer, and hence it won't be communicated further if we don't start the information flow.
Okay. And what is the biggest threat to the industry?
I think one threat is that we are not capitalizing on the power of marketing that there exists today. And that is a race of capturing the consumer's share of mind. If the consumer's share of mind needs to be maintained for diamonds in general, there is much more competition today. Everyone wants the attention of the consumer through any medium possible. The marketing as a concept is going wild as of now, and that consumer's share of mind space is being competed for with too many different products, too many different brands, too many different thought processes, ideologies. And if we need to work hard on ensuring that the consumer's love for the product, aspiration for the product, desire for the product, and the mind space that the consumer already has for timeless diamonds is something that we don't lose out on.
Lovely, Devansh. It was pleasure talking to you.
Very nice.
Wish you
to
all
talk
the
to
best
Thank
for
you
the
so
future.
much.
Thank you.
Yes.